If you're a Connecting Point regular, you know we like to focus on local agriculture. Working with CISA, Community Involved in Sustaining Agriculture, we've featured area farmers growing grains, fruits, vegetables, even grapes for wine. But what about flowers? Well, tonight we take you to a florist shop in Whately, where locally grown flowers are a very important part of what they do.
Our local farmers provide so much of what we need and want every day, every week of every season of the year. They can do that because they have years of experience and they're choosing crops well, and they can use greenhouses and other infrastructure to extend the seasons. Case in point, here we are in the depths of February and winter, and yet we're in a greenhouse growing some beautiful local flowers for us all to enjoy at LaSalle Florist in Whately, Massachusetts.
I grew up doing it. I started when I was 3, so I've been at this for almost 60 years now. We grew up on the farm here when I was young. My grandfather, both my grandparents were growing flowers. We've always been cut flower growers. This is a greenhouse that was built in 1952, the year I was born. It's an old Lord & Burnham glass greenhouse. It is 30 feet wide by 125 feet long, and it's been growing cut flowers and bedding plants for its whole life. When I was growing up, this was called the carnation greenhouse. And Massachusetts in the 1930s and 40s was the leading carnation growing state in the nation. And when they learned how to grow carnations other places better, the greenhouses in Massachusetts turned to other things. When my grandfather built this greenhouse, we've got these old raised wooden benches that are perfect for growing cut flowers. Freesia are not heavy feeders, so we don't have to fertilize them a lot. When they start out, they like to be a little bit on the dry side. We discovered that you could plant a nice batch in September, October, November, December, and they would flower in January, February, March, April, and into May, which is the prime season for selling beautiful cut flowers. Freesia themselves are not a strong stemmed flower, so we have these 2 layers of wire mesh, and that is able to be raised as the flowers grow to keep them from growing straight. If we didn't have the wire mesh on here, as the buds got heavier, they would just lay flat on the ground and turn up, and of course our Yankee ingenuity, these sticks are old tobacco slats that we notch and use. One of those things that just works for us, you know, being an old Yankee myself. This year we only planted about 20,000 bulbs. One of my main marketing outlets has gone out of business this year, so I was afraid to overproduce. But this year, so far, the local markets have really stepped up. You know, here we're lucky in the valley. We've got a really strong buy local movement, and with the help of the outlets like Whole Foods and River Valley Market and Foster's and those guys has really allowed us to sell a lot of freesia locally.
We love getting local flowers. That's one thing that our customers just absolutely love. And the reason that they love it is because not only are they supporting the local farmers, and I mean, these are people that they know, like especially John LaSalle. Like everybody that comes in the store when the freesia's here, they know John LaSalle, they know his family, they know its quality. We can order small quantities and get deliveries more often, and that's really beneficial.
My theory is if it's difficult to grow, it's probably not going to be real profitable. So if it's easy to grow, then it's easy for our system, then it works for us, and that's what we've found over the years.